My name is Tad Blanton, and my role with the City of Medford is currently as a Chief Construction Inspector. The city has a pretty serious investment in their infrastructure when it comes to pavements, and so any kind of maintenance activities that you can do that will save money to the ratepayers is certainly a boon to the City of Medford. We wanted to maintain the pavement at the lowest life cycle cost. That is kind of one of the credos that we go by at Medford Public Works, is we want to make sure that we're spending the right amount of money at the right time to get the maximum benefit and the maximum effect to help maintain our pavements. We've been using slurry seals and we've been doing overlays, and that was kind of our program. But in doing this new concept, the idea was to get more tools in the toolbox and find something that fit in from a cost standpoint and a timing standpoint between new pavements and the time that you would slurry seal those. I was intrigued by the idea that somebody had come up with a way to incorporate an organic product in with asphalt oils. Our experience with RePlay is such that the material goes down, it doesn't give you that black appearance that some of the asphalt-based products do. It's one of those things that you kind of just shoot it and forget it. It was certainly cost-effective from a standpoint of the actual application costs, and the benefits derived from it today are much greater than anything else would have been. And that's been borne out recently by rediscovering what the streets are that we first applied that to in 2010 and looking at how little deterioration that there's been overall. We looked at pavements on Fieldbrook, on Link Drive, and on Crystal Springs. These streets were built in 2003, and they had an application of the RePlay in 2010. And I'm really amazed and very pleasantly surprised that these streets are holding up as well as they are, because this is proof that what we once took on as an act of faith is now turned into a belief system. The pavement is holding up miraculously well. To give some kind of an indication, we design streets for a 20-year life. I'm not sure that it's necessarily advertised particularly well, but we have what they call a pavement condition index in Medford in the upper 70s, whereas other cities would be extremely happy to have something that's less than that, because many of the pavements, their PCI for their street system is a 52. And if you drive around Medford, you'd see that it's very noticeable, the difference in the pavements. Those streets that had this applied in 2010 to virgin asphalt, in other words, it wasn't an overlay, they are running a pavement condition index which would be in the upper 80s or the low 90s, whereas you would expect a street 14 years old to be somewhere in the probably the mid to upper 60s. So there is a substantial difference. Biospan products save our budget for taxpayers kind of indirectly. We know that it's a product that is not particularly expensive when you look at the application rate of the product. Any other process that we do is going to be at least twice as expensive as that. And so if we can maintain the pavements for half the cost of anything else at the same application time, obviously we've only used half the budget to do that. So we really are very happy with the success we've had with the RePlay product, because it's freeing up more revenue, we're keeping the streets good. The green aspect of Biospan products, the RePlay specifically, is a nice plus, but I wouldn't say the green aspect at this point is the main motivator for using the product. We want to use the product because it is effective, easy to work, and it has very little impact on the residents and the traffic. Pavement preservation is important because the city has a gigantic investment in their pavements. I've heard it said that it's the largest single investment that any city has, and certainly in Medford, we feel very much that it's something that's very valuable to us, certainly from a commerce standpoint as well as just everyday traffic to and from. So we take that very seriously. And to that end, what we want to do is we want to provide the best pavements we possibly can for the least amount of money, which once again goes back to that lowest life cycle cost that our Public Works Director is always touting. I think it's a great motto because we really want to provide the best service we can for the least amount of money to the citizens of Medford. And I'm very proud of what we've been able to do. for the minor investment we've made in the pavements by adding the RePlay in the first place, we want to continue to get those same kind of results. It's able to do things that none of those asphalt products can do. And in doing so, that helps us to stretch the taxpayers' dollars for pavement maintenance and is certainly cost effective from a standpoint of the cost of actually doing it, the duration at which it's active, and the fact that it's doing more than just coating the surface. It does what they say it's going to do. It was a leap of faith initially because I believed in the product. I was able to make the administration believe in the product. We went whole hog into it, and so now we've gone from that act of faith to a come out, let me show you, this is a belief system now, I can prove it to you.